It is night in the desert, and sitting on a tall dune, a woman dressed in Cynidicean garb looks out over the hills of sand, her trained eyes searching for more tracks. Behind her, a man trudges up the dune, gasping for breath.
How much longer are we gonna be out here? My boots are more sand than foot,
he says, plopping down and taking off his boots and pouring out a generous amount of sand. The woman crawls back from the top next to him. The mission we have been sent on is an important one, Gerald. Lady Brisma herself asked of our unit's ability to search out the ancient ruins, and I aim to please the lady.
We've been out here nearly a week with no luck. I'm starting to think there's no stinking pyramid.
Trust me, Gerald. Lady Brisma knows more than either you or me could learn in a lifetime. Besides, I have heard the tales of where our ancestors come from, and I believe we will find this pyramid. She stands back up, gesturing for Gerald to follow, and hopefully we find it before they do. I got my binder, I got my maps, I got my notes, I got my second Mike's Hard Lemonade of the night.
Ayo.
I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Gabriel is ready.
Is that Gabriel's new voice?
No, that's just...
Gabriel!
Yep.
Gabriel.
Okay, so last we had left off, the two of you were being taken with Canadius to Canadius to a room past the bee-filled room. If you'll remember, there were two doors on either side. As the two of you walk into the bee room again with Canadius, led by Canadius, both of the doors are actually open, and you see two men in either door wearing the same outfit that you've seen Canadius and his men wearing.
Canadius is such a good name.
It's pretty fucking good. They are wearing iron chainmail over blue tunic, all wearing steel helmets, fairly simple. And each of them is wearing a mask that is gold, depicting a long-haired, bearded man with a stern gaze. They all are wearing the exact same outfit, and he leads you into the room on the right. Inside the room, one of you is holding a torch right now. I don't know which one, but okay, Leaf. And as you walk into the room, you illuminate the room a little bit, and you see 3 double bunk beds along the walls, and 6 men, including the one that was looking at the door, standing around the room, talking to each other fairly quietly. And when you bring the torch into the room, they kind of all recoil a little bit and murmur a little bit. And Canadius says, "If you wouldn't mind putting that torch out, hurts our eyes a little bit. Here, we'll light one of these." And he pulls out a candle from a table, and he takes your torch, lights it, and extinguishes your torch and hands it back to you.
I wish you would have pulled out a glow stick.
Crack.
Like a pink glow stick?
We're about to rave in here. He motions for the two of you to take a seat in some chairs. The men around the room, they get onto their beds and just sort of sit there looking to Canadius expectantly. They're kind of looking you over. You can't tell what they're thinking because they're wearing masks. But they're looking at you, sort of sizing you up, you imagine. And Canadius takes another chair, puts it in the middle of the room, and sits down in front of the two of you. And he says, "So I imagine that both of you have a lot of questions about this place, but I have more questions for you that I wish you would answer. First, what led you here?"
Well, we were starving and thirsty.
I mean, that's half the reason. The other half is that we were trying to get somewhere. I don't really remember where because of the thirst and the hunger at this point.
You're trying to get somewhere through the desert?
Yeah, Leaf, where were we going?
I honestly do not remember.
Leaf pulls out a little notebook, flips it open. It says in big bold letters, Pinewood Outpost. In parentheses, dwarves.
Oh, the Pinewood Outpost.
The name's foreign to me.
Well, to be fair, it's foreign to me, too. I just kind of go with the flow.
That's fair. Yeah, well, what was the reason that you're trying to get there? I can't imagine that traveling through a desert is your first choice.
Well, we've encountered a lot in the last few weeks prior to entering this desert. To make a long story short, we think there might be a small invasion coming into these isles. And so we're going off to sit and to warn the dwarvish peoples, I think.
The dwarves. It's been a long time since I've heard of the dwarves.
Yeah, grumpy little bunch.
Yeah, and he kind of gets, kind of mumbles a laughter a little bit. Well, to sort of answer your question, and a bit of a segue, the reason that the name Pinewood Outpost is foreign to me is because, well, we've been down here for quite a while now. Like I said, I don't give history lessons, not really my bit, but to tell you the records of our people, this pyramid that you're in, it used to mark the capital of the empire of Cynidicia. And as he says that, all the men around the room sort of get a solemn posture. They put their heads down a little bit. They put a hand over their right shoulder, like on the front of it, and they hold it there for a little bit. And Canadius continues. It's been many 100 years since Cynidicia was the empire that once ruled all the lands around here. It's been a rough ride. I can't say it's been easy. And I don't know the entire story of everything that happened here, but all I know is what's been passed down from generation to generation, and it's not pretty. To make a difficult story short, those three statues that you saw on top of the pyramid, those three are our old gods. Us here in the Brotherhood, we worship the god of Gorm, the just god of storms and war. A mighty god is he. Now, the others, those other damned gods, the creepy little child that you saw with the snakes around him, that's Usumagaras. The other one, the sort of intense-looking lady, that's Medora. Now, other people like to call Usumagaras the child god of healing and messengers and thieves, but it's all a crock. He's the child god of trickery and deceit. And the other men around the room sort of like murmur agreements and thump their chests at that. Well, Medora, she's a slightly different story. She's what people used to say. She was the goddess of life and death, birth and leaving, and the changing of seasons, and that's all a bit too nebulous for me. I never quite understood it. But those three gods were the basis for Cynidicia hundreds of years ago. And this place used to be thriving, I tell you. People have told me that the borders of Cynidicia reached out for miles and miles, well past the mountains to the north and south. But something happened, obviously. And
the Fire Nation invaded.
There it is.
You got me. He says, something happened way back then, and, well, I don't want to go in too much detail right now. I'm actually waiting on a messenger right now. I'm not sure when I have to get pulled away, but just let it be known that you'll meet other people like us. You'll meet people like Clavicus that you met, people that are living in dreams and drug-fueled catharses, and it's a real mess, but there's others like us that are, I guess you would call normal. He cocks his head towards you and continues. You'll find some that worship these other two gods, and just let it be known, don't trust them. The Magi of Usamagaros, they'll cheat you. They'll cheat you out of everything you own. Look out for their rainbow robes. These things blind you. And as for Madara, well, you'll know a follower of Madara. They'll wear her visage on their masks, and if you're talking to a relatively tall-built woman, probably a maiden of Madara. And the men around the room, a few of them chuckle, but then a few of them kind of shift uneasily. Canadius says, when I have more time, I'll tell you more about Cynidiceans and that damned dark god Zargon. The things that this thing did to our people is just... And as he is going to continue, the door to the B room bursts open, and another brother of Gorm runs in, and he says, Canadius, oh, sorry, I didn't know we had guests. And he looks back to Canadius. He kind of like gives you like a wave sort of thing, but he looks to Canadius and he says, Sir, it's time. We need to go down. And Canadius gives him a nod, and all the men around the room, except for one, begin to stand. And Canadius looks to the two of you and says, You're welcome to our supplies here. Gabriel, I can tell that you're good people. Leaf, not too sure about you, honestly. You're welcome to our supplies, and I can't imagine that our paths won't cross again, so take this. And he reaches into a belt pouch, and he produces a necklace. And the pendant is the same image of the masks that they're wearing. Stern-looking man, and it's made of gold. And he hands it to you, Gabriel, and he says, let it be known that the Brotherhood of Gorm looks to you as an ally, Gabriel Ice Runner.
Just Gabriel?
Oh, that's weird. I didn't tell you my last name, but...
Yeah, just Gabriel. And whenever you say that, he kind of like cocks his head and puts a low laugh out there. And he says, till we meet again, folks. And he heads out of the room with all but one of the brothers that were there. And like he said, there's water and food that you guys can have. I know you found some water already, but you haven't eaten anything besides honey. Yeah, so you can each grab a water skin. They have... What do they have? They have mushrooms and like moss and stuff. That's the only food that they have.
Oh yeah, I eat a helping portion.
I'm gonna eat all of it.
Nope, not all of it, because I'm definitely taking a little bit. We'll be like two puppies eating out of the same dish, fighting over that shit.
Gross. What do you think puppy sounds like?
Angry puppies sound like that.
Yeah, you're right. Was that the last sip of your drink, Jesse?
No, it just went down the wrong pipe.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so they leave. You're left with one brother who is sort of standing at his bunk, and he's kind of eyeing you guys over a little bit, especially when you begin to eat in such a strange manner. But he says, after you two finish eating, after a couple minutes, he comes up and he says, shit, I didn't prepare a list of names. His name is...
Bedivere.
Bedivere. Man, that was better than what I was going to say. Hell yeah.
I was going to say John.
I was going to say Dimitri. I don't know what that's about, but Bedivere, much better. So he comes up to the two of you and says, Gabriel and Leaf, was it?
Yeah.
Oh no, my voice is a little strange. I'll give you that. I heard you two talking about dwarves. Is that right?
Yeah.
Who's asking?
I am. I already forgot the name that I chose. But what was my name?
Bedivere.
Bedivere, that's right.
Introduce yourself.
I'll go ahead and write it down first before I continue talking.
Hi, my name is Bedivere. Name tag, stick it on him.
Bedivere. How do you spell that?
With a D, not a T.
Okay, cool. I only ask because I did actually see one of these short people walking around on I think the 4th or 5th tier of the pyramid about a week ago. I'm not sure if you were looking for dwarves or if you were going to dwarves or something. I just heard dwarves and that sort of triggered that memory in my brain space.
Yeah, we know that took a lot, so would you be willing to show us where this was?
He kind of gets uneasy and he looks around and he goes, well, I'm supposed to be keeping an eye on the quarters up here. Canadius left me in charge. I don't think I could really leave my post like that.
That's fair. Would you be able to draw us a map? Maybe a little bit of details on how to get there?
Well, I'm not very good with the pen. I could tell you there.
Okay, give me the general rundown.
Okay. And, all right, yeah, I'll do it in his voice. So if you go back through the big room, in the room with that dead hobgob, you go to those stairs. Do you see those stairs?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, so you go to those stairs, you go down, they'll bring you to tier 3. I can't imagine how long this bit is going to be, but I can't wait for it to end. And then you get to the bottom of those stairs, you follow that hallway until you get to I guess you'd call it the spinny hallway thing. Do you see that?
Yeah, spinny hallway.
It's got the buttons. So you gotta hit the button. That means never eat soggy waffle. North, the north one, so that you can head north. But be careful because this is going to take you pretty close to the Isimegaris and the Madara people. Watch out for them. You go down there. You get to it's a T crossing. You take a right. You come up on a room, and then there's going to be a panel, and you can go down a secret thing, and that'll get you to the 4th tier. I think that's where I saw him.
All right. Is there anything?
Okay, pause. 1 second.
Yes.
Yep.
2-minute break right quick.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt.
To help me recover from doing this voice.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm going to force you to do it for 2 minutes longer.
That's fair. That's fair. Where did I just tell you to go?
Yeah. So if I hold my brooch up to this list, does it have magical properties?
Holding it up to this dude?
No. This necklace that I got, the necklace of Gorm.
No, it is not magical in any way.
Okay, so it's just kind of a pendant that has the symbols on it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, side note, I'm just going to start wearing it.
The Gorm pendant?
Yeah, out and open.
Okay.
I know it's probably a bad idea, but whatever. Gotta give action to get action.
That's fair. That's a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. What do we need?
He's back. So yeah, you have the directions to get to tier 4. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, my dude. One last question before we go.
Uh-huh.
Besides the Itachi people and the Uzumaki people, is there anything we should be looking out for?
That was pretty close. Yeah, I mean, nobody really lives up here. We all live in the underground city. Canadius didn't get to that part. Yeah, nobody really lives in the pyramid anymore. We just have sort of these safe houses up here. You should look out, like you said, for the Umazaki and the Katari, whatever you said. and the cult of Zargon, they come up here sometimes. And I mean, there's monsters everywhere. You just gotta be careful.
Okay. All right. Well, Leaf, is there anything else we should figure out before we head that way?
Is Canadius going to be pissed at us? I mean, does he expect us to stay here, or like, are we just good to free roam anywhere we want to?
No, you guys are good to go wherever.
All right.
I'm gonna like lean over and I'm gonna say to Gabe, I don't know if I really trust this dude. It sounds like a trap.
Well, Lee, we don't really have a choice. We got to find some more provisions to make it through this desert. Or maybe find a guide to get us through this desert. So I don't want to be the cynical here, but I think the best way to go down, or for this to go down, is for us to go down.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, he gets it.
Sorry, was this a private conversation?
I can just picture his big ass head coming out of nowhere. Okay. I'm gonna grab my palm and push his head back, and it's like, okay, we're gonna go down.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Well, see you guys around, I guess.
Bye.
I gotta remember this dude. This dude's coming back in a big way.
In a big way.
He's the final boss.
So, are you guys going back the way you came through, like the B room, or are you gonna like explore tier 2, or what?
I was thinking of just going the way that we were told.
Okay, yeah, the way you were told is just the way you had come.
Unless Leaf has any other objections for that.
No, I think that's what I want to do.
All
right, yeah. So you grab your torch back, you relight it, you head back through the B room, you go back through the Hobgoblin Dead room. Oh, you burp. And we'll just cut to you guys, or let me see. Yeah, we'll cut to you guys getting to the bottom of the stairs on tier 3. So as he said, you just follow this hallway until you get back to the revolving door bit that he talked about.
Yeah, I don't remember us encountering that beforehand either.
Yeah, did we encounter a revolving door?
We encountered a keypad door. I remember that.
So as you two are having this conversation, you continue through the hallway when you turn left and you go down a little bit when Leaf, you notice on the left wall, what do you notice? You notice something a little out of the ordinary. You see you feel sort of a draft coming from the left wall after about 15 feet walking down the hallway.
Okay.
And these walls, I said, are made of stone,
Look and see if there's any cracks in the wall or anything.
Yeah, you don't see... You do actually find some cracks. You see that there's, it's probably... the ceilings in here are about 10 feet tall-ish. And you see the outlines of a door that's 6 feet by 4 feet in the stone. You just haven't found a way to open it yet.
Okay, so there's just an outline of a door in the stone?
Yeah, you find it by just running your fingers along the outline. You can feel the crease.
So it's like a secret door.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, can we look around and see if there's anything that might trigger this? Like any secret book in a bookshelf or something, or brick that we need to move?
Yeah, so you think about the brick, and as you run your fingers along the edge, you do it again, feeling the bricks directly adjacent to that line, until you find one that has a little give, and you can push it.
Boom, I'm pushing it.
Yeah.
Wait. First I'm going to tell Gabriel about it.
What you got there, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, he just stopped staring at you as you just started to run your hands along this wall.
You're just caressing it viciously, and I'm like, okay, all right, I guess we're going to take a 5-minute...
and then I start licking it, just licking the wall. But no, I'm just... dude, there's this little thing, there's an outline of a door, I think it's going to open it. Do we do it? Do we not?
I think... You should trust your gut. I mean, you're always seeming a little loosey-goosey,
All right, so I'm going to jump up and hit the brick with my gut.
All right, yeah. You do that, and the door shifts, like it falls a little bit, and then it shifts to the side. It's like the size of like a regular door, so you have to go through single file. But peeking into the room, you see a room with like shelves, and it's filled with crates and barrels. And you see four large brown beetles, each about 3 foot long, are breaking into those barrels.
The beetle are trying to get into the barrels?
Yes.
I think we need to fuck them up.
How many are... You said 4?
Yeah.
Let's fuck them up.
Let's fuck them up.
Let's see.
And
do you want to go long range, or do you want to...
and I should say, to set up the room a little bit more, the room is open, but shelves line the walls. Except for across the room, in the middle of the room, there's a door. But the secret door that you're coming through, there's actually a shelf like in front of it, with like some pots and tiny boxes on it.
So pretty much we're gonna walk in without them noticing.
The door opens and they haven't noticed you. They're still keen on breaking into the barrels. You can see them. They haven't turned around to see you, but you're gonna have to do you're gonna have to do something about the
beetles.
No, they're dark brown. The other ones were kind of like red with the glowy bits inside of them. But before you get into this room, you're gonna have to do something about the shelf.
Are there any cracks in the shelf?
Yeah, so it's only like 3 shelves. And it's like a they're not built into the wall. It's just like a standalone shelf that's just been placed in front of the secret door, so you could just like knock it over or like move it or something.
Could I like is it like a, I don't know, like can we see through it? Could I stick an arrow through it without having to necessarily move it?
Yeah, so all the shelf is like two boards on the side and then just the shelves in the middle. There's no back or front to it.
Okay, perfect. You answered my question. Yeah, so can we just shoot arrows from behind it and kind of use it as cover?
Yeah.
Okay. Me too. Yep. So 2d6s.
We're pew-pewing.
Pew-pewing through the shelves.
I think Rollo's pew-pewing first.
Yep.
Pew-pew at the same time.
Oh, we're pew-pewing at the same
The furthest left one.
Shit. I'm slow.
Don't shoot at the furthest left one, because that one's dead.
Is this dexterity?
Yeah, it'll be dexterity.
No,
oh shit!
matter.
Then it's actually an 11.
Yeah.
Oh, a 4. Good job, Jesse.
Hey-o.
Okay. So, Rolando, your shot goes off first because you rolled first. What is the damage? So go ahead and roll damage on it first. A 2.
What a hit.
What a hit.
Yikes.
Yeah, so your arrow kind of just thunks into, like, the back of it. Like, really cracks into the carapace, but, like, flies off after. Just kind of chinks. And it turns around quickly as Gabriel's arrow flies and hits the barrel that they're trying to get into, alerting the other 3 beetles. So all 4 of them turn around to look at you. And Gabriel, in a moment of pure panic, you kind of fluster a little bit, and you cause the shelf to fall back on top of the both of you.
Oh, bro.
Now, Leaf, or both of you, give me a dexterity check to see if you get trapped underneath the shelf as it falls.
All right.
All right. A 7. 14. Holy shit, Leaf.
Rollo's doing good tonight.
So, unless you have another idea, I think your critical success could be pulling Gabriel so that he doesn't actually get the mixed success, and instead he just pulls the full success.
That sounds good.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So you, like, after Gabriel just really shits the bed and pulls the shelf onto the 2 of you, you push him to the side as you fall back. Gabriel, you fall to the left of the door, or Gabriel, you fall to the right of the door. Leaf, you're on the left of the door. Gabriel, you're on your ass because you had to be pushed, but Leaf, you're still standing, holding your bow. And
I said, if we have to do this, we have to do it together.
And the 4 beetles, or 2 of the beetles, climb up on top of the fallen shelf and look to you, Leaf, because you're still standing.
I'm gonna use my unassuming sword. I'm gonna draw it.
Okay. So you just drop your bow to the ground so that you can quickly pull out your sword, and you go into an attack motion?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And it's just 2d6. Do I add anything to this?
Yeah, you'll add your strength.
Okay. Yikes.
A 4.
Wow. We are doing great.
I know, right?
So, one of the beetles, as you go in to try to strike at these things very quickly, try to get it over with fast. It's actually the same beetle that you hit with your arrow. You go into the melee with it, but it just, basically just sort of jumps at you, causing you to fall back out of fear.
I have beetle phobia.
Beetle phobia. And as you fall back, it sort of just, it hisses and squirts an oily fluid at you.
Ugh.
Squirts it from its cloaca. That's a biology joke. Okay.
Sorry, I'm reading, but good one, yes. And you take 2 damage as well. Subtract your armor from it, though.
Okay.
As you were just sort of coated in this really sticky brown substance.
What were our hit dice last time? I forgot.
Here, I can scroll up, I bet, and find out.
I know I had 6 hit points.
Yeah.
Rolo, I think you had 14 or some shit.
You have 13, but I think you may have taken 2 damage.
No, I took 2 damage. But
Okay, so then I'm at 11, and then minus another 2. So then I'm at 9. Okay.
Plus your armor, so you're at 10.
Okay.
Yeah, so Gabriel, you're on your ass. A third beetle runs up, and it's standing on the shelf over you.
yeah, well, the bow's still in my hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out an arrow and fire it. Between my legs. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's how it's gonna go down.
All right, roll it.
See what happens. That's not a plus. That's a plus sign. There we go. All right.
An 8. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll your damage on it.
Plus your style point modifier.
Plus
Style
my
points.
point.
Oh, man.
All right.
What's
Here's my
that
style
from?
point modifier. Boom.
5. Okay, yeah. Sure. So you fire a bolt, bolt of frost because of the adjudicator, and it blasts into the beetle, sending it back a few feet next to the ones that Leaf is fighting. And after the cold sort of subsides, you hear a hissing sound. And
The nuts on you too.
no, so the crawler poison that you had put on your arrows is taking effect. And actually, Leaf, as you see that happen, you notice that the one that you had hit with your arrow is also sizzling on its butt. And the beetle, that Gabriel just hit is sort of crawls up into a ball and is acided out of existence.
All right.
And yeah, but you do notice, Gabriel, with that beetle gone, the fourth one actually runs out of the room and begins to crawl at you quickly with a sort of a proboscis sort of thing sticking out of its mouth, ready to blast. But we'll cut back to Leaf.
Are the 2 beetles still in front of me?
Yes.
I'm gonna jump up on my 2 feet in one fluid motion, I'm gonna shoot myself up. I don't know.
Okay.
Then I think I still have my sword in hand, so I'm just we're gonna try this again.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
And you're running into him again, try to take him out quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and are they close together?
One is sort of ahead of the other one because the one in the front that you had hit previously just sprayed you and chased after you, basically.
Okay, I just go for the close.
Okay. All right, a 7.
Oh,
Now you do actually have another +1 because your sword is a +1 sword. Because your strength is plus 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get an additional +1, so it's an 8. So with an 8, you run into a quick sort of attack routine against this little fucker of a beetle. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Fuck these beetles, dude.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, with that quick attack routine, you just slice this thing up. The first slice is actually on the proboscis that shot that fluid at you, and it gets cut from the mouth of this thing, and it kind of goes, and a bunch of shit falls out of its mouth as you just slice the beetle up. And with that, the other beetle that is with it begins to crawl up at you, and shoots more of the oil at you. So why don't you go ahead and give me a dex roll to see if you can dodge out of the way.
Oh my god, this fucking beetle. Like, that's enough. Thank you.
10. Perfect. Yeah, so you, which way do you dodge? Like, backwards, to the side, into
Can
it?
I do a front flip into it? Like, over it?
Yeah, sure. Why
I'm
not?
screaming like, "Wah!" Like, when I land, I'm gonna do like a kung fu pose and be like, "Wah!"
So then we'll cut back to Gabriel. You are still on your butt with your bow in your hands, but there is a beetle right in front of you about to spray you.
Oh, it's me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the only option is to notch another arrow, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Partying, yeah.
Holy shit. Snake eyes. Now, that's a thing of beauty right there. Okay, so this shit will be sprayed upon you, and oh god, it'll deal 5 damage. Go ahead and subtract your armor from that, though.
All right, cool. It deals 3. Wait, do you consider the ground that we're on to be actual Earth?
Yeah.
All right, then it's 3.
Why not? For the listeners, Jesse has a spell that is sort of always going on that gives you +1 armor while you're touching, like, the ground, right? Air quotes around ground.
Yeah, Earth mainly.
Yeah,
So
I'm going to
you
say anything that is, like, sort of earthy/stony, if that makes sense.
I could have sworn these were like crisp bamboo floors.
Oh, man. No, it's just rocks. Now, however, the oil that covers you, you realize that the torch you kind of just put to the side, and the oil completely douses the torch, sending the tunnel, the dank and dusty tunnel, into complete darkness.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So
Wait, so the oil turned off the thing?
yes, the torch has been completely extinguished. Now, Leaf, as a wood elf, you have low light vision. You can see, like, the immediate area around you. Gabriel, however, is now completely blind.
Sad times.
Are there any beetles left?
Yeah, there's 2 left.
And
Yeah.
I still have a torch left, not lit.
Right.
You
can see the because you just you did a flip over the beetle on you, so that's right in front of you because you turned around after you did that flip, and you know that there's a beetle on Gabriel somewhere. You know he's like he's over the shelf that's on the floor.
How close is he to my beetle?
Gabriel is about 15 feet away. And then his beetle is somewhere in that distance. And then your beetle is like 5 feet in front of you.
I guess I try and help Gabriel, right? Because he can't see and the beetle's going to fuck him up.
Not necessarily.
Okay, then never mind. I'm just going to grab my sword, not even look behind, and just stab the motherfucker.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and roll it. A 5.
Yikes.
We're doing great.
Yikes.
Yeah, you're doing great. So the quick change that you have to do between like your regular vision and like your low and the low light difference really fucks you up. And so you go down to slash at this thing, but instead you just hit the floor. Some sparks fly up from your sword and you kind of tumble forward because you were expected to hit something, but you did not. So you kind of do a barrel roll. Not a barrel roll, that's too good. You just tumble to the floor. And the beetle like climbs on top of you, basically. You're on your back and it climbs on top of you and its mandibles are pinching in your face. Gabriel, what do you do?
All right, I'm blind. I'm covered in shit. There's this beetle up on me. I think it's time to shapeshift.
Okay.
Into a beetle.
No, into a white wolf.
To a white wolf. Okay, yeah.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
Yeah, make me a wisdom roll.
Oh yes.
Have you been able to do that this whole time?
Actually, I just learned it after our last little tidbit.
Okay, I was wondering if you've just been holding on to that for fucking eternity.
Nope.
An 8. Okay. So the transformation that you do, what does it look like, by the way?
I'm on my back, so it's really awkward. It's not instantaneous, but it does like oscillate me a little bit.
Like those Animorph books from the book fair.
Sure.
Why not?
Maybe a little bit more grotesque.
Yeah, I think so. And since this is your first time doing it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is sort of magic that is new to you. You sort of learned how to do it maybe from that scroll that you found after doing some studying into like this ranger and like the magics that he encountered. You wanted to do this, and this moment of desperation, the sort of incantation just sort of pops into your mind, and you just do it into a white wolf. You said,
"Yep."
Yeah. So the transformation takes a while, and by a while I mean like maybe 10 seconds. And as you do that, the beetle kind of hesitates, obviously.
Beetle's like, what the fuck?
And it is painful, to say the least, Gabriel.
Yeah.
And so with that, you let out a howl that goes from a human howl to a wolf howl. And with that, you're on your right side up, but you're sort of laying down when the beetle jumps at you from behind. So what do you do there?
I guess I kind of like quickly respond to it hitting me and try to snap at it.
Okay. Make me a strength check.
Oh, God. That's what I am scared of.
And I'll say that since you're a wolf, what is it normally for you?
A strength check is +1.
Okay, turn into a +2.
All right.
For being a little wolfy wolf. Is that a 9?
Wolf. Yeah.
All right, yeah, so you will make that. And I will say, with the transformation, this like dark brown substance that was on you is now gone.
Ew.
And you bite into this fucking beetle very hard. Now go ahead and roll damage. Roll it at a d6 +1.
What's it taste like?
It don't taste good.
It tastes like booty hole.
Ooh, max damage is 7. Yes, so you really, where are you biting this thing at?
Definitely going for like the upper thorax on the head region.
Yeah, so you managed to like really snap onto its neck, basically. I think we had this conversation earlier. I don't know if beetles have necks, but where the head meets the thorax.
There you go.
And you just sort of shake it around very quickly, as dogs and wolves do, and you toss it to the side down the tunnel the direction you're supposed to be going. Now,
you guys had a conversation earlier about beetle necks.
No, I think this was the last episode.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to go back and listen, but continue, sorry.
Now we will cut back to Leaf, who has a beetle on top of him about to bite his face.
Okay. Do I still have my sword in hand, or did I drop it when I back?
You dropped it for sure. It's on the ground at your feet.
Okay. How ridiculous is this? Can I grab it with my feet? Like,
I knew you were gonna go there.
Stab it, like, like palm it, like foot job it, and then just stab it in the ass to the face.
That would be such an astronomical chance for it to happen that you could try, but it will most likely not happen.
It's in character.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But so like, how do like just physical attacks work? Like, say if I wanted to just grab like its beetle pincers and just rip them.
Yeah, you can do that.
Apart. But then what? How do I roll damage for that?
I will figure that out.
Okay.
Anytime you want to do, like, you just tell me what you want. Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Rolls a 13. Yeah. So yeah, you're going to kill this fucking beetle, but what I was saying, you can tell me anything that you want to do, including grab the sword with my feet and like a foot job and jam my sword into its butt. Or just things like I grab its pincers and like rip them apart, because you sometimes will roll a 13 and you will just outright kill the thing. Yeah, so you just grab either pincer with your hands, and some of the liquid is actually on these pincers, but you just fight through the pain because you're realizing now as the oil is settling onto you, it is causing these very painful blisters to rise on your skin. And it should be doing that to your hands, but you have the utmost determination to kill this thing, and you just rip its mandibles completely apart, and then kick it off of you as it sort of goes...
Wait. Can I like roleplay it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, so it's on me. So I'm gonna grab each pinch. I'm gonna rip them. I'm ripping them. I'm shoving my head through it, and I'm standing up. So whenever I stand up, I'm ripping through the entire skeleton of this beetle. And I stand up and I throw 50% of its body on each side of me, and I'm like, ah!
You cut out during that scream, so it was perfect. Yeah. Okay. And then you look over in the dim light, and you see Gabriel. Well, you don't see Gabriel. You actually see a fucking wolf on the ground looking off down the hallway. And you really squint your eyes and you can see one of the beetles running off down that hallway. It turns the corner and just sort of scuttles the fuck out of there. And I will say, Gabriel, as a wolf, you have night vision. Not night vision, but like you can see in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Give me the order, sir. Give it to me.
Fetch.
I'm like an attack dog. I launch. Fucking going.
So wait, can you talk while you're an animal?
It's like Brian from Family.
I
can talk to those who have a bond with.
All right, yeah, that's fair. Why not? Yeah. So you just... And with that excellent role playing, honestly, I will just allow this to happen. Go ahead and just narrate what happens to this poor fucking beetle.
Dude, it's like a... You know how you watch all of those America's Most Wanted videos and they have the canine unit going on, and it's just like the dude opens the door and there's just like a fucking missile coming out, right? That's me.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Rolo's the canine officer.
So the cinematic shot is after you say give me the order and Leaf says fetch, the camera cuts to a dark hallway and it's just quiet, and then all of a sudden the beetle scurries by, kicking up dust in its wake, and it's going towards this door. And all of a sudden, the camera pans, and it's like right in front of the beetle as it's... And then all of a sudden, from behind it, a shadow grows, and then just go... It just gets completely grabbed by this dog, or this wolf, I should say. And then Leaf, you see Gabriel as a wolf walk back with the limp beetle between its jaws, and it drops it at your feet.
Then I'm gonna put him and be like, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?"
Yeah, I'll allow that. This is a new experience for me, so I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, so as you two have this moment where both of you are incredibly wounded, Leaf, the blisters on your skin are aching with pain. You hear from inside the room that you had just opened a sort of a couple of footsteps from beyond the door across the room.
Oh, I get all perked up.
Oh yeah, you hear it. You definitely hear it,
Can
Gabriel.
you smell 'em? Like, what does it smell like?
Your sense of smell is overpowered by this oil that is on Leaf.
I still hear it.
Yep.
There's some
Can I
dudes up
put
in here.
some of this water real quick on me? Like a little bit of my drinking water to try and get some of this oil off of me?
Yeah, so you pull out the water skin that you grabbed from the Brotherhood's place, and you're pouring it on your arm to see if it like gets the oil off. And it doesn't get the oil off, but it makes your blisters feel so much better when you see Gabriel perk up and look at the door.
Then I'm gonna get an attack position. Oh, and I pick my bow back up, and I'm holding my sword again.
Gabriel, you hear the footsteps of 4 or 5 people behind that door.
I relay that. I'm like, Leaf. I'm hearing like 4 or 5 people. Man, this dog thing's really going to me. But you want to go check it out?
Go get him!
Okay.
How hurt are you, Gabriel?
Oh, dude, I'm half health.
You're at 3?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so you hop into the room. You hop over the little fallen shelf. The Leaf, are you also getting into the room with him?
Yes.
Okay. So you hop into the room. The crates and the barrels that the beetles were trying to get into are filled with dried food and casks of wine, actually.
Ooh.
Can we grab some of that food? Put them in like a backpack?
Not yet.
All right, because of this dude.
People first.
Yeah, so you guys sort of like, you're kind of sneaking a little bit. You're stepping lightly on the stone floor. You hear a couple of voices behind the door whispering to each other, and you hear like soft footsteps walk up to the door, which is made of wood, I should say. And the doorknob slowly gets turned. What are y'all doing whenever the figure walks up to the door?
Dude, I'm crouching in a defensive attack mode. Defensive attack mode. What is
that was good. Yeah, that was good.
I guess I'm going to scream, "Hold your ground!"
The doorknob
I'm
quickly
trying to sound intimidating.
The doorknob quickly stops turning. And you hear from behind it a Cynidicean voice. You can kind of pick up on that now. Who says something like, "Who goes there?"
So Cynidician are the people we ran into, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to open the door and be like, "Hey, what's up, buddy? What is his name?" I'm going to say that that guy sent us here. Canadius and Bedivere sent us here.
So you open the door. "Hey, buddies."
I was like, "What's up, buddy?"
There is a Cynidician standing before you. He is wearing a rainbow robe that's like full of colors. Kind of hard to look at, honestly. Did y'all relight your torch, or are you looking in like dark vision and stuff?
Can I relight my torch now?
After this is resolved, absolutely. Yeah, so rainbow robe, they're all wearing, there's one, and then there's 3 others behind him, sort of a little bit further down the hallway. They're all wearing rainbow robes with hoods and silver masks that are depictions of the god you were told is Usumagaris, the laughing kid god.
Weren't we told that The rainbow robes weren't good though.
They're bad.
The one in front of you holds out a dagger, a silver dagger, as you just open the door and say, "Hey, buddy." And he holds the dagger out and he goes, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And the three down the hall, they laugh actually at their friend just being completely frightened by you, Leaf. And the guy in front of you, he goes, "Oh shit!" And then he kind of falls back a little bit and he drops his dagger on the floor. And the three behind him are just laughing and laughing. And one of them who's laughing goes, "Who are you two?" Or,
We
no.
We were sent here by Canadius and Bedivere.
No, I'm sorry, not the two of you. Who are you with this dog before you?
This is Gabriel, and I am Leaf. We were sent here from those dudes downstairs or upstairs.
Which
Bedivere, Canadius.
Canadius? And the three of them pull out their daggers as well, and they hold them out.
I'm gonna pull out my sword and be like, "Whoa, bitch!"
Are you spies sent by the Brotherhood of Gorm?
No, we're not.
You just said that Canadius sent you.
Well, we met Canadius. He didn't necessarily tell us to come here. We're on a separate mission. We don't work for them. Actually, we're honestly not even really on a mission. We don't even want to be here.
We're adventurers.
And I'll say that Leaf.
I can only say that to you, Rolo.
Yeah, Leaf.
Okay, I was
Leaf, you understand him, but to everyone else, it just sounds like growls.
okay. Because I'm just picturing a dog being like opening his mouth, being like, "We're adventurers."
It's like Homeward Bound.
Oh boy. Yeah. So the one in the middle who's sort of talking to you, the one that fell, has now regathered his dagger, unless you like stop him from doing so, and is backing up towards his comrades. The one in the middle says, "So you met Canadius?"
Yes, much like how we're meeting you.
This is most unusual. From your ears, I can see that you are of the elven kind?
Something like that.
Oh, boy. I see. Well, this is most unusual.
I mean, bro, I'm not trying to start any beef, but like, Canadius said that the people with like rainbow robes just weren't chill. Like you guys were like bad.
Oh, he would say that. That bastard.
See, that's what I told him. I said, how can you judge someone just by what they're wearing? And you know, I was really on your side. And,
right?
Yeah.
Like they just wear chainmail over blue tunics. Like, how lame is that?
It's not stylish, fashionable, or cute.
We have every color on our robes. Like, is that not just cooler?
It is. It is. Like, I'm right there with you.
You know what? I like you. And he motions for the other three to sheath their daggers.
I love how Canadians and Bedivere are like Gabriel. But
Yeah.
this dude, like...
What the actual fuck?
Boy.
My people!
And so the main one, I'm writing the name down now so I don't forget, walks up to you, Leaf, and holds a hand out. Cornelius.
I'm gonna get on my knees, grab his hand, kiss it, and be like, "Hello, Cornelius. I am Leaf."
Oh, shit. Oh, I am enchanted, Leaf. Now, you met Canadius, so did he tell you anything of the pyramid and us Cynidiceans?
Only that
He
you
told
fucked
us
up people.
about... He, like, described, like, the 3 different gods and stuff, and I thought yours was the coolest. And I didn't really follow anything else that he said. but I definitely thought the rainbow god was the coolest.
Well, he's not the god. He's not the god of rainbows. That's sort of a stylistic choice that we made. But I appreciate the sentiment, Leaf.
Oh, it's no problem at all. You're the shit.
The four of these guys seem incredibly shorter and like much lankier than the Brotherhood people that you saw. And as you kissed his hand, you kissed his right hand, and as you did that, you sort of noticed that he has a star symbol on his palm that's made out of these like very fine silver lines. And Cornelius says, "Well, if you've met Canadius, I feel like it's only fair that you meet our leader. Would you like to meet... what is his name? I forgot it. Would you like to meet the most impressionable Auriga Circanos?"
Yes, I would love to meet... What was his name again? This is between players. I don't want to insult him.
Auriga Circanos.
Auriga Circanos. And what was his name? Cornelius?
Yeah. Notice that...
Of course, I would love to meet Auriga.
Notice that
Cornelius.
Rolando is keeping notes on the people that he likes.
Wait, what was his last name again? Auriga
Circanos.
Circanos. God, my penmanship is so shit.
I have notes on the Gorm people, so it's okay. It's only fair.
I like to imagine the dog pulling out a notepad and writing something down.
I guess I could shapeshift back. I mean, I don't know.
I'll go ahead and make the ruling that you're level 3 right now.
Yep.
You can shapeshift once per day. I mean, it'll follow the same rules as spells, but you're shapeshifting only once per day.
Sounds good.
Okay.
How long does the shapeshift last?
I would say up to 2 hours.
Whoa, I was thinking like 10 minutes, but that's cool.
So if you got new cool shit,
we'll split the difference.
Cool shit?
We'll split the difference, say 1 hour.
I'm cool with that. I'm staying as long as I can.
Cool.
These people do not know that I'm a people. Rolo, don't break it. I want them to think that I'm your pet. I'm your dog.
It's kinky for him.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to deceive these people. Cornelius, this is actually my friend as a shapeshifter. I want a full disclosure agreement with you, and I don't want you to be surprised and think that I'm trying to bamboozle you.
A shapeshifter?
He is.
Healing you next.
Well, okay, you said your name was Gabriel.
His name is Gabriel, yes. He says woof, but I can understand when he's woof.
And
and eventually you will know. You will see him.
He crouches down and looks at you very intently, Gabriel.
I will pee on this man before this day is done.
If you do that, if you fuck this up for me, Gabriel.
You just say that completely out of nowhere. And Cornelius recoils. He's like, I'm sorry. I did not mean to intrude on his personal space. Okay, well, very interesting. So you're an elf and he's sort of some sort of magical person.
Tell him I'm a halfling.
Interesting.
He's a mutt.
He's a mutt. Interesting. Okay, well, come with me. And he turns around and he begins to lead the 3 other people, Cynidiceans, behind him. You guys get to the end of this hallway, which ends at a T. On the right, there is a door, in the corner, in the left corner of the end of the hallway. And then on the left, there is a statue, a big bronze statue. It's an 8-foot tall statue of a winged child with 2 snakes twined around its body. Holds a wand in one hand and a handful of corns in the others.
In real life, no shit, isn't that like a demon?
I'm not sure. Is it?
Because I'm pretty sure it's like the act, like a mythological demon that takes the form of a kid and a snake. Like a little kid, maybe with angel wings and a snake. And I know he's definitely depicted in The Nun, that one shitty scary movie. They refer to him, but like it's an actual thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we can continue.
So the Cornelius walks up to the statue, and he takes the wand in his hand and pushes it to the left, so it kind of snaps to the left a little bit. And the statue that's affixed to the wall begins to go down the hallway rather slowly, but he walks with it holding the wand, and it goes and goes and goes, and you guys are just following it until it goes about 20-25 feet, and then on the right a door appears as it goes past it. So the door on the right is, let me see what kind of door it is. It's a wooden door. What?
Oh, okay. No.
Bamboo.
It's wood. There's no bamboo out here in the desert, Rolando.
It's imported.
I imported this special door. And so the door is opened, and inside you see it's a very large room, probably one of the largest that you've seen so far. You guesstimate it to be 20 by 25 feet, if you had to guess. But the north and west walls of this room, you're coming in from the south side, hangs a large tapestry showing the major constellations. You have interrupted a religious service, and you see that nine figures in rainbow-colored robes and silver masks stand in front of a stone star-shaped altar, and the masks match the face of the child depicted on the middle statue of the pyramid, which you already know to be Usamagaras. And the centermost figure of this group wears a silver crown. But beyond that, he wears sort of the same trappings as the other members.
He trapping.
He is 100% trapping. And as you walk in, you're hearing this chanting from all of these people, but the main one wearing the crown is loudest amongst them. And as you walk in, Cornelius stops short, walking into the room, and waits for a second until the chanting comes to a crescendo in a language that you cannot even begin to understand. Very hard, very quick, very foreign to you. But after a few, maybe 2 minutes, the ceremony stops, and the figure in the middle turns as the other members that are part of the ceremony fall to their knees and then to their faces in worship. They're all sort of surrounding this middle figure as he stands above them, raising his arms high. They hold this pose for maybe 30 seconds, and then this very short and stout Cynidician walks past them and towards you, but the other ones stay laying on their faces. I'm
not going to disrespect, and I'm also going to drop in on my knees and lay on my face or whatever.
The people around you aren't doing that, but do you still do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he begins to walk towards you when you fucking go for it. You drop and you do you say anything, or do you just sort of lay there?
Out of utmost respect for your people and your God, then I drop.
Beautiful. And he walks to you. He stops right in front of you. You don't see this, Gabriel. You see it because you're a dog. You're just sitting there watching. And this man, as you've been told his name, Ariga Sirkanos, looks to his brothers next to you and nods sort of approvingly at them. And he looks down to you, Leaf, and he says, "Rise, outsider. Rise and meet my gaze."
All right, I stand up and I meet his gaze.
You kind of tower over him. You're a wood elf, and you're short, but you're still a good 5 inches taller than this dude. But you stand up, and you see, this man standing before you with the mask in front of his face, and he looks to you, holds out a hand for a handshake. Well, no, he doesn't do that. He just looks to you and he says, I am Araga Syrcanos, leader of the Magi of Usamagaris. What brings you to these hallowed halls? I'm sort of going into Cornelius from there.
Wait, what do you mean you're going into Cornelius?
The voice was going back to Cornelius.
Okay. Hello, Sir Araga Syrcanos. I am Leaf, and this is my partner, Gabriel. Gabriel woofs. Shit.
I do no such thing.
And we actually just stumbled upon your wonderful land, and now we are intrigued and mesmerized by your culture.
Ah, I see. Many are. And Cornelius leans in and whispers something into his ear, and he listens intently for a few seconds, and he sort of wipes him away. I hear that you've been talking to Canadius, that bastard.
I wouldn't say we've been talking. He tried to talk to us, and we ditched that bitch.
Well, you might have.
I'm gonna smack the dog real quick.
Do that one more time, and I will bite your ass.
I understand. Yes, I gotta nail this voice. I'm mixing them. And Cornelius turns to the constellations on the walls, and he sort of waves his arm at them, and he says, "Do you see this leaf?"
Like, is he holding a leaf? Is he asking if I see this
he's
leaf? Or is he saying, do you see this leaf?
He's gesturing to the constellations on the walls that have been painted there on these tapestries.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was showing me a leaf. But yes, I do see these beautiful, beautiful tapestries.
These are the stars that hang above the former ruins of the Cynidicean Empire. These stars have seen the rise and fall of millennia, and yet I fear that they will never shine again on the great Cynidicean Empire that once was.
I single-handedly will make sure that they do, my king.
What the fuck?
He turns to you very slowly, and he says, Cornelius, it is just as the prophecy has said. And I am not making this shit up.
You're kidding.
I'm following the book, okay? Don't at me. And, we'll end the episode there. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
What the fuck?
Oh, boy. Howdy.
Rolo, if you set our characters at odds, man. We're gonna need fucking Dell and Leaf, or not Leaf, Chirper to come up in here and break this shit up.
No, Chirper is gonna be on my side. He's gonna pick our king. You're gonna go back to fucking Cornelius and play with his bees and stuff. We're over here doing God's work. God's plan.
Oh, boy. Well, super good. For the outro purposes, thank you for listening to this wonderful episode of Cwisby's Castle. The Lost City module number B4 was written by Tom Moldvay back in 1982. I think that's what it was. Great adventure. If you're a game master out there and you're listening to this, run this for your group. We're only on our second session. This is already my favorite series we've ever done. The game system we are using is World of Dungeons by John Harper, a hack of Dungeon World, which is a hack of Powered by the Apocalypse. So, yeah, if you're looking for an OSR-style TTRPG, but without all the hassle of playing an OSR, like tables and charts of like times 20, check out World of Dungeons. Free. Yeah, it's free. Yeah, anything else to plug? Follow us on Twitter at Dundershows. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/DungeonDerailed.
YouTube.
Check out our YouTube channel, Dungeon Derailed. Yeah. Is that it?
OnlyFans soon to come.
OnlyFans soon to come. One day. One day soon.
Eventually.
Yeah. But yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. Any final thoughts?
Let's see how long I can get this dog thing going. That's about it.
This is a fun one. I like this one.
I can't wait what happens when you guys meet the Madara group. Are you both gonna swear fealty to them or what?
No, we're gonna show up and fucking like the king / god of that fucking faction is gonna be Chirper. He's already gonna be there, and they're all gonna be worshiping him.
That'd be something. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. See you.
Bye.
Next time. It is night in the desert, and perch atop a dune. So dumb. It is night in the desert, and perched atop a dune. It's such a dumb thing. It is night in the desert, and perched atop a dune. I think I'm just going to change it. Okay. Perched atop a dune. Okay. It is night in the desert, and perched on top of a dune. I can't.